I have come back to Kythera, an island in Greece that I came across on my travels last year. I spent a month here last September, and now here I am again for another month, on the same island, in the same space, yet I feel different. Life has changed me, experience has shaped me. I landed here on the 18th of September, and the first thing I noticed was the silence. I sat outside the airport when I arrived. I closed my eyes and smiled to myself. The silence, the silence, the silence. I was so relieved to land here because in the weeks leading up to this trip, I had been growing distant from myself. My mind and body felt disconnected, and the spark inside of me felt dimmed. This first week felt like a search for my wholeness again. And slowly, I've been rediscovering my light. These days have reminded me that sometimes it takes time. The searching, the gathering, the putting back together of yourself after a part of you breaks apart. Good morning from what feels like paradise right now, what feels like a complete release and exhale and sanctuary for my senses and my nervous system. I've been here in Kythera for I think like 5 days now, and I've just been settling in and trying to find my flow and my rhythm, and I feel like I really need city life to be punctuated by moments of pause, places where I can really lean into my creativity and not feel like I'm being constantly bombarded from the outside. I think sometimes it's really helpful to just be in a place where you can be inwards and allow things to arise from that place rather than constantly having things coming into you. It gets really, really tiring after a while, and my last couple of weeks in London were also really destabilizing for me. I didn't vlog the last couple of weeks because there were personal things going on, but I was feeling so disconnected from my body in those couple of weeks and feeling like I just needed to come back to center. And so for the past couple of days here, that is exactly what I've been trying to do and what I'm going to continue to try and do, because connecting with our bodies is like something that is a process and a journey in itself. But I think being in a place where you're surrounded by natural beauty is so helpful, because I think that when you're connecting with the earth more, you're also connecting with yourself more, because you're forced to just like slow down and pay attention to the subtleties and listen to sounds and see and just use all of your senses. And I've been feeling that so much whilst being here, and it's been feeling so soothing. But I've got a whole month here, so I've just been taking my time, and it feels so nice to just be able to savor the slowness and not feel rushed, not feel guilty if I'm not doing too much. I have such a vision for the month that I'm going to spend here, and there's so much that I want to do here. I want to create so much. I want every single day to be filled with creativity in some sense, whether it's writing, sketching, filming videos, photography. I just want to really immerse myself in the landscape and let it speak to me, listen to it. I want to spend my mornings outside, connecting with nature, sourcing inspiration, going to the beach, going for walks. And I want to spend my afternoons kind of drawing on all of the inspiration that I'm sourcing from the landscape and putting it together, whether that's writing on my laptop or editing videos, just putting the flow into action. And I want to just get into a rhythm of that each day. And I want to do lots of yoga. I want to go for walks. I want to go for runs. I just want to do things that make me feel connected to my body. Because like I said, when I left London, I've just been feeling a bit disembodied and not like there's been a disconnect between my mind and my body. And I want to bring that into more unity. And I'm happy to say that Cheeks is the sponsor of this video, and they are such a wonderful place to connect with your body more if you're feeling a bit disconnected. So Cheeks is a subscription-based sexual wellness platform, and they offer immersive audio stories and intimate films and articles, podcasts, so many different resources to connect with your sensuality and your body in a way that feels respectful. And all of their content is female produced and ethical, which is a big thumbs up, because often that kind of content online can feel very jarring and just not respectful, and kind of makes you feel more disconnected from your body rather than connected. One piece of content that I really like on there is their meditative masturbation guide. It's an audio that guides you through self-pleasure in a very calm and mindful way, and I think it's just a really nice way of dropping into your body and connecting with your sensuality. If you're curious and you want to give Cheeks a try, you can use my code CAM, and it will give you a 7-day free trial to the whole platform when you select a yearly subscription, and you can cancel at any point within the trial, so you have nothing to lose, really. Thank you to Cheeks for partnering with me, and I feel like we should go to the beach this morning. I feel like I need to swim. I feel like my body needs to see the water. I haven't swam in a long time. Swimming is another thing that just makes me feel like myself. It makes me feel so centered. Let's go to the beach. This morning has been a process of softening, heart opening, unclenching, making room for creativity, joy, and ease in my heart. I feel at peace right now. This is what we live for, isn't it? These sporadic moments of ease, where everything other than the moment disappears and you feel whole, complete, like all of your life has amounted to this very second. I'm not sure I can articulate this feeling. It's elusive, transient, like the sound of the wind or the flow of the tide. It's peaceful. I'll rest here for a moment. No rush, no urgency, no pressure. Just presence, peace, and play. My bare brown skin blanketed by the sun's warmth. My toes crunching through smooth pebbles. And my ears listening to the endless whoosh and whir of the water that kisses the shore. The sea is comforting, grounding. It is certain and sure, a constant that's forever changing. What a beautiful paradox that holds room for every part of us. The ocean's mysterious depths echo the depth of our own souls. The ocean knows sorrow, it knows joy, it knows anger, heartache, chaos, and calm. When I am by the sea, I feel soothed and at peace. Like a mother's arms, water holds me. I want to be beneath the surface, listening to her deep hum, her soothing lullaby. When I am by the sea, a part of me finds home.
Don't you look when you're fleeing, like not to your cage. Only hold till your coffee warm.
Sometimes a banana smoothie, like a good banana smoothie, really hits a spot. Yum. I feel like I'm going to be making a lot of banana smoothies on this trip. I think it's going to be a theme. A little bit of chai in here tastes so good. And I've got more. I think I'm going to sit down and do some writing. Oh shit. I'm going to sit down with my laptop outside and my smoothie. spent a couple of hours at my laptop, but music kept taking my body away from the screen. I think often the body knows what the mind and the soul needs. We just need to let ourselves listen and thin the thresholds between the two. Dance is always a wonderful entryway to this mind-body-soul union. So let's have a dance break. If you're able to, feel the music with me. Tune into your body and let's give thanks for the blessing of movement. I'm ready. So I came for a walk up here the other day and I stumbled across this cave. And I've been coming in the mornings recently because it's just such a nice place to sit, and the sun comes and rises up over this hill and like beams in through this opening, and it feels so good. It feels so good. I can't say I've spent much time in caves, and I'm just really enjoying this experience of having a cave like a 10-minute walk away from where I'm staying. And so I just want to make the most of it. Like, it feels like such a unique experience. I brought a flask of cacao, and I brought my sketchbook and my book and my journal and my pastels and my pencils. I could stay here the whole day, really. This is perfect. And there were a couple of days last week when it was really windy outside, and so I'd come here and it was just so still and silent, but you could hear the wind blowing outside. It's a beautiful place to write. Yum. Oh, I'm just gonna sit for a moment. Silence. This kind of silence is so, so, so special. I want to make a song. 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 I wish I had a drum. I want to make sound. I want to go round. I want to hit the ground. I'm in a cave. To me it gave the darkness and the light. Between the two, we find the two, and we put it together, and we find the soul, and we create, and every day I know I got to create, yes. Because I know it's what I got to do. I know it's what I got to do. I got to create, create, create. Because everything around me, it shines so bright. It shines so bright, I cannot lose the sight of it. Because it's so beautiful. I might pick up the pen and I might just write. But sometimes you gotta put it down and let the sight form in your mind. You gotta listen to the silence. You gotta listen to the silence. You got to know what to do when you feel the dark. You got to wait for the light. Don't worry about the shadows. Don't worry about the shadows. They're gonna help you grow. They're gonna help you grow if you go slow through the shadow. Bars, 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 bars. And I know in my soul, when I lose sight of what is bright, I know that we're gonna come back, we're gonna return, we're gonna sprout through the earth like a seed in the sun. We're gonna germinate, hey. 'Cause inside of my soul, I am a seed and I look for the light. I stretch my stems and I reach through the earth and I bend and I twist and I shape and I shift. Because I am a part of the earth. Yes, I am a part of the earth. I might just say I am a flower. I am the sun. I am the moon. I am the rocks. I am the sea. I am all of it, and you are too. That's desiccated moss. That's all moss. We're gonna go and watch the sunrise. Look at the colors. The insects are starting to chirp. Everything's turning orange. I was running and I was like, wow, now I have a shadow. Light brings shadows. Nothing like a walk out on an empty trail in nature to make me feel like myself. Nothing like it. It will always, always, always bring out the inner child in me, the inner adolescent, the free part of me, the pure, free part of me that is playful and joyous and curious. I love her. I need more of her in my life at the moment. But the beautiful thing is that part of me is always inside of me. Inside of all of us, we have a part of us like that. Time to go and see the sunrise. And I bought a flask of cacao again. I've been loving just a hot flask of cacao in the mornings. It just feels so good. And I have a container of melon. And I have my journal. And I have my sketchbook. And I have my pastels, and I have my paints, and I have a blanket. I even bought some incense to burn at the sea. I want to really sit down and set the intentions and dream and be present and reflect. That's the plan. I've missed this so much, like nature, real, deep nature, not city nature, wild nature, being a part of my day-to-day rhythm and routine. It just feels so right. It feels so natural. It feels so grounding. Look at that. Like, that is the greatest privilege, I'm sorry, to be able to wake up and see the horizon and see the sunrise and see nature everywhere. I can feel myself like pouring back into me. Because I've really been feeling not fabulous the past couple of weeks. I mean, due to things I've been experiencing, but yeah, I've just been feeling like I've been drifting away from myself in a way. And what a way to return. What a way to return. You know when you're going through like low chapters, little blips in life, and it kind of feels frightening when you lose your spark a little bit and you lose like a light and bright part of yourself. I mean, I don't think we ever fully lose that part of ourselves, but it dims. And then when you start to feel it rising back up, you're like, oh my goodness. Where you been, girl? Where you been? We still have so far to walk, look. We still have to go all the way down there to the beach, which is there. But look at what we have to witness on the way. This beautiful, beautiful ball of yellow and orange. She's rising so fast. She just takes off in the morning like a rocket. Here I am, sun. Here I am. And here you are. And here we are. All of us. Under the sun.
Clearly, this is it.
I've been reflecting this morning on versions of ourselves and becoming, growing, evolving, but also like mourning past versions of ourselves and also being present in current versions of ourselves, living in this constant duality of like past, future, but then also being grounded in the present. Being by the sea at the moment and having my daily routine so much more entwined with nature has me reflecting on home in Byron a lot and my life there and the version of myself who lived there. And I feel like I've been like mourning or longing for this past version of myself living in Byron, having the life that I had, but also knowing that that's not my life right now and that's not what I want moving forward. I was just thinking how crazy it is how these past versions of ourselves often longed for the people we are now, and then we get to a point in life and then we miss the person that we were. And then how I feel at the moment in the present is I'm excited for like a future version of myself. And then I was like, but hold on a minute. When I achieve these things that I want to achieve and move into this person who I want to be in the future, she's going to be sitting there in the future thinking, damn, what about that Cameron that was like a couple of years ago? I kind of miss her. And so it was just this reminder to myself to be so thankful in every moment in life, in every version of ourselves that we're living, just to be thankful for who we are in every moment and to know that every version of ourselves is whole and complete and full, even when we feel low, even when we feel broken. And like we're always a manifestation of dreams, whether they're our own dreams or our ancestors' dreams, but we're always like this living embodiment of a dream, a vision, a longing, and just like to give thanks for that. It was just a liberating thought that clicked in my mind. It's difficult sometimes to like hold everything at once, especially when you think a lot and feel a lot. It can just feel like very overwhelming sometimes. But I'm happy right now, and that's all we can hope for. There are truly so many pros and cons to every place, every situation. It's just finding the satisfaction, finding the joy and the gratitude in all of those circumstances. That's what I found, at least. I'm just so grateful for this moment. When I was going to bed last night, as I was falling asleep, I had all of these like images of my mind replaying of throughout the day, and it was just like so many nature scenes and the sun and the sea and just this feeling of being outside, and I miss that feeling. And I'm so grateful that this is a feeling of comfort and like something that tethers me to a sense of home inside of myself. That comforting feeling of a sense of home in the natural world is something that is in all of us. But I think when you grow up in a place surrounded by natural beauty, it's so in you, it's like so visceral. Even just the feel of the air when I got here, like the warm breeze, I was like, I'm home. It just felt so right. You know what I am really excited for though? A chapter in Jamaica, a couple of months in Jamaica, hopefully at the start of next year. I think that's going to feel really, really, really special because growing up in Australia, in Byron, I felt so connected to the feeling of the land, like the tropical energy of the place and the fresh fruit and the ocean and the rivers and the waterfalls. But then there's like a deep part that is missing that I would always feel like I was longing for. And that is something that I find more in London, like when I'm living in Southeast London and I'm just surrounded by diversity. I'm surrounded by Caribbean and African diaspora. It just feels like a sense of belonging that I don't feel when I'm at home in Byron, which is a deep part of yourself to miss. Just exploring, wondering, why not follow the longing. I think it's time to go swimming. Over the next few days, I continue to prioritize spending time outside and stretching into the spaciousness of my routines and creative practices. I found the strength in my body to start exercising again, which made me feel so alive. I went for long drives listening to my favorite songs, spent a lot of time by the water, gazing out at the horizon and up at the sky. I rose early to watch the sunrise and danced often, welcoming gratitude and delight into my body. Through all of this, I slowly felt the effervescence of joy and hope arising within me again. My mind became a mirror of nature. Behind my eyelids, I began to see crystal clear water and the horizon alive with the dance of the sunrise. My ears echoed the songs of the sea, the fizz of the tide, the pebbles beneath my feet, the whispers of grasses. These images and sounds made my mind feel spacious and clear. This week reminded me of how truly grounding the natural world is, and it reminded me of the importance of giving ourselves the time to rest and recenter. How through every moment of heaviness or darkness, there's a newfound sense of lightness and brightness waiting for us beneath it all. Often, we just need the time and space to return.